Did you know that the power to navigate towards a healthy and fulfilling life is right in the palm of your hand? It might interest you to know that all the programs from the just celebrated World Suicide Prevention Day and the trainings and seminars organized centered on patients all accumulate to prove the fact that the power to navigate one's life towards fulfillment and health practically lies in the palms of our hands. A lot of people keep going to hospitals and healthcare centers with issues and ailments that would have been prevented, treated at home, or treated early. And many times people have expanded monies that would have been used to sort out important things for themselves and their loved ones on ailments either caused by ignorance, terrible hygiene, or negligence. Some blame it on demons and what have you. But sometimes we bring these things upon ourselves, and there are ways to navigate these situations to be able to live longer and more happier lives. So in this video, you're going to be learning what? 10 health hacks that everyone should know. Save money, save time, save lives with these hacks. These hacks are simple things and activities in our everyday lives that we cast aside and underestimate. Take for example, the simple activity of using soap and water tops the list. We underestimate the power of washing our hands, but it actually does more good keeping our hands clean at all times than leaving them dirty and spreading germs with our prints. See it with me from the perspective of keeping your fingerprints germ-free. Listen, it's actually less expensive using soap and water frequently to get germs and the colony of these pathogens on the surfaces of our palms and fingertips and fingernails reduced drastically or completely eradicated. Right before you begin munching your next meal, just after you've finished eating your meal, when you've been outdoors for some time and you've returned in, when you've just used the restroom, remember to wash your hands. Make it a habit to rub some soap and make those leather, make some foam. Wash properly with clean water. You should be sharing love and not germs. Oh, my throat is itchy. I think I'm having a sore throat. Have you tried salt and water gargle? That's the first line of action when you begin to have those discomfort in your throat. Instead of rushing to the pharmacy to quickly grab some antibiotics, try salt and warm water gargle. So up you go, get some salt from your kitchen, pour clean water into your cooking pot or kettle, place it on fire to boil, turn it into a cup, a clean cup of course, and then add 5 pinches of salt or a teaspoon of salt. If on the second day you still don't feel better, then you should start thinking of going to the hospital, not to go get some over-the-counter medications for what you're not even sure of. Studies show concrete evidence that many self-diagnosed sore throats eventually happen to be nothing, just irritations or allergies. Next up is one for those of us who catarrh has refused to let go. Nasal congestions, cold and flu are things that are common during extreme weather conditions, especially during the fall and winter in Nigeria, during Hamilton season or in the raining season. Steam inhalation happens to be a simple home remedy that does good with clearing the blockages in the nostrils. An additional measure is adding eucalyptus oil or adding an ointment called aboniki that has mentholatum in it, menthol, right? Menthol, or using menthol, dissolving menthol crystals in hot water and covering yourself, breathing in the steam. And if you have first tried the steam inhalation for nasal congestion, cold and flu, and for 3 days you've not gotten better yet, you can then consider seeing a doctor. Clear out the bushes around your house. Be conscious about your surrounding. Don't allow mosquitoes to live in stagnant waters that you've left unattended. Make sure your sink is flowing. Make sure your pipes are not busted and water is leaking out, sewage and all of that. Fill up places that hold water with sand or completely seal them with cement. Clear the bushes, cut them clean. Fumigate those beautiful orchards you have around your house. Be conscious about these things. If you're not paying attention to those smaller bushes, they will grow to become the habitat of things that you're supposed to be treading upon. They will find their ways into your house and be terrorizing you and your neighborhood and your household. This next one is very important. Please and please avoid people's saliva. Hey, avoid people's saliva. It is usual for droplets and spittles to be seen flying all over when people are having a conversation, especially a cheerful conversation. So, how do you avoid the saliva coming from the other person's buccal cavity? Because you won't have time to throw a welcome party for all the diseases that would have found their way into your own mouth through the vehicle of those little tiny droplets of spittle before they will cause the havoc that they want to in your body system. It is not your portion, but diseases that could go through people's spittle into cuts and injuries in the gum or any part of the mouth of the other receiver include hepatitis, HIV, herpes, and mumps. Yes, abanti. Because ingesting an infected person's saliva can cause you to be exposed to the infection too. So when next you're having a conversation and the next person is coming too close, remember to keep the distance. If you have to hold your breath, please do so. Probably that's how you caught the last strep throat you suffered or the sore throat that weighed you down. Now that you know better, please do better. Some of my patients have picked offenses with the next hack I'm going to be mentioning, but in the end, they found out that I was doing them more good than the harm they thought I was doing them by denying them their go-to. It's the difference of paracetamol, acetaminophen, generally painkillers, defer their usage. Are you even aware that prolonged use of this class of medications can begin to cause your stomach linings to be ulcerated? That is, you begin to experience ulcer symptoms because they're actually sores from the use of non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, under which ibuprofen, diclofenac, and what have you. It's not every headache that needs paracetamol. It is not every hotness of the body that requires ibuprofen. It is not every pain that calls for acetaminophen. You should ask yourself these questions first before you rush to pop pills against pain and fever. Have I checked my BP? Have I been sleeping well lately? Because sleep deprivation can cause your heart rate to go high and your head will be banging like bangs. Have I been taking enough water? Am I dehydrated? Have I been exposed to excessive sunlight or hotness, for example, during kitchen activities? Or have I entered an industrial, have I just come out from an industrial room or some place that needs or requires high heat to be in operation? What you can try first before the pills will be to enter into a room, turn off the light, lie down and rest. Close your eyes, take some rest. And for special effect, you could place a cooling pad or an ice pad on the forehead, on your forehead, and let it calm your temper. Let it cool your temper. A headache that persists after the second day and is accompanied by nasal congestion or drooling or pains in the muscles and the joints surely warrants a hospital visit. Then again, I do not encourage you going to purchase over-the-counter medications to treat what you think could be wrong with you at the time. Do not go with the mindset that, oh, I have malaria, could you give me some anti-malaria? You should get tested. Proper testing precipitates targeted treatments. My fellow meat lovers, come around, gather around, come closer to me. I love pork meat. I love pork meat. I hope you are cooking it properly and long enough to unalive the worms that can enter your bloodstream into your body system if you eat meat that is undercooked. Common signs of worm infestation from undercooked meat can present themselves in form of pain in the muscles, fever, swelling, excessive salivation, itchiness in the eyes, and all of that. Please see a doctor if you already experiences these symptoms. That is where I still refer to seeing the doctor, proper testing, and targeted treatment. Do you know that worms are capable of what? Invading the organs, even the brain. So the unabating abdominal ache, the excessive fatigue, it could just be worms infestation. Could you beat that? I love this next hack so much and I'm glad to share it with you. It is the wonder of nature. Honey. Honey does wonders. See, it's time to unfriend Dangote sugar for your own good. Unfriend them. It may not be easy at first, it may not be pleasant to your flesh, but begin little by little. Take those small baby steps. Begin to cut the amount and quantity you throw in with tipper, with a shovel into your pap, your cereals, and all of that. Begin to take honey instead. Begin to take honey instead. I'm telling you for free today that honey has anti-inflammatory properties. If you mix honey with lemon, it will go a long way to ease your dry cough. You can even begin to produce mucus and sputum to ease the dryness, and then eventually the cough will just go away. If there is a burn episode, honey can be added to the skin, to the surfaces where this burn has occurred to reduce scar formation and assist with rapid healing. It clears congestions too. It boosts immunity because it is full of what? Antitoxins, antioxidants. It even has vitamin C, a healthy dose of vitamin C in it. It helps in digestion. Some other ways you could use honey include: you could add a few teaspoons to your warm water for early morning cleanse. You could also add it to your smoothie preparations. And the last but not the least, and the most and all important, is to repair and maintain your quality relationship. A very close look into the lives of people who are always bitter, envious, or jealous has yielded evidences to back the motion that people who are happier, people who are more liberal, have faster lives, have lives that are more productive and are healthier. It is two sides of a coin and you have to pick a side. Bitterness is linked with barrenness. An unforgiving spirit, an unforgiving heart, an unforgiving person has a very welcoming atmosphere for backwardness and stagnation in life. They say it takes maturity to say sorry, but permit me to add this. It is you who has decided to take the step further to repair your relationship that has actually showed selflessness the most, showed love, and showed the eagerness to have all the fullness that life has got to offer. So on you go, building strong ties with those around you and with your maker, God, making positive steps towards a healthy life. See you in my next one.